The tragic story of Bugatti. Although the founder of Bugatti discovered a sense of direction very early in life, he sadly lost his life at the peak of his career. In today's video, we will reveal everything you need to know about the tragic story of Bugatti. So watch this video till the end to find out, and do not forget to like this video. Ettore Bugatti was born on 15 September 1881 to an artistic family in Milan, Italy. His father, Carlo Bugatti, was an Italian furniture and jewelry designer. His paternal grandfather, Giovanni Bugatti, was a renowned architect and sculptor, while his younger brother, Rembrandt, was a famous animal sculptor. Although Ettore never expressed his artistry through sculpture or architecture, it was apparent that he had it in him. At a young age, Ettore displayed a special interest in technology, so it wasn't surprising when he seamlessly repaired a broken tricycle. Upon seeing Ettore's display of excellence, his father enrolled him at Brinetti and Stucchi as an apprentice. The factory focuses on producing sewing machines and bicycles. By 17, Ettore designed his first motor tricycle after spending a year in the factory. Working at Brinetti and Stucchi exposed Ettore to a new world, a world of massive mechanical design that pointed him to a new direction. You will not believe what you will see next. In 1900, Ettore quit Brinetti and Stucchi to build his own car. Being keen on details, he'd sketch out the details of the automobile designs he planned to build. During assembling, he monitored every part that was used for his car, making sure both the engine and other parts were of good quality. However, his precision and calculations posed a problem for engineers when actualizing his designs. Ettore's skill attracted the Dietrich company. The company hired Ettore, and his job description was simple. He was to design and build vehicles for the company. Ettore received his first professional contract at 19, and due to his age, his father co-signed for him. To work on the new contract, he moved from Milan to Germany. He spent a few years gathering knowledge about automobiles and even studied car races. This is not the whole story. It is even going to get crazier. Keep watching. Ettore built his second car in 1903 for the Paris-Madrid race. The car was so excellent that it was disallowed to race due to its features. For this new car, the engine and the driver were placed a little lower than usual. This was because he believed the arrangement was best for aerodynamics and the center of gravity. Ettore's design was met with a wide eye, considering car designers at the time believed car seats were supposed to be seated higher. Well, not for long. Ettore's style was later embraced, most especially among race cars. Building automobiles was slow and rigorous at the time, and only highly skilled engineers were involved in the business. The situation was why automobiles were expensive at the time. Later, in 1906, Ettore decided to focus more on his business by leaving Dietrich. In 1907, he crossed paths with Barbara Giuseppina Maschera, a lady he would later marry. Later that year, Ettore signed a contract with Jutz, a gasoline engine manufacturer in Cologne, Germany. During his time in the new company, Ettore focused on making heavy-duty engines. Along the line, he developed a unique idea of engine building. His idea was to build an extremely lightweight and small vehicle with a stronger engine that would transcend the cars of that period. To achieve his dreams, he started work on a new invention in the basement of his house. The new invention, called Bugatti Type 10, stands as the beginning of a new era, as it was the first car to bear the name Bugatti. The car could reach a speed of 80 kilometers per hour, which was an impressive feat at the time. Subsequently, he started his company in Molsheim, which he called Automobiles Ettore Bugatti. Ettore leveraged car racing as a platform to display the ability of his cars, and other car designers followed suit. Although Bugatti Type 10 was successful, Ettore felt he needed to adjust the design, so he created a new model called the Bugatti Type 13. The new design was basically an upgrade of the Bugatti Type 10. However, the emergence of the First World War stalled production, and Ettore moved to Paris. When the war ended, Ettore moved back to Molsheim, where he continued to build lightweight sports cars. In 1924, Ettore launched Bugatti Type 35 at the Grand Prix of Lyon. The new model went ahead to record groundbreaking success as a racing model. Upon the success of the new model, Ettore and his son Jean ventured into the luxury car business, and by 1926, their first luxury car, the Type 41 Bugatti Royale, was ready. Due to the skill and precision that went into making the model, it stood as the longest and #1 luxury car of the time. Meanwhile, Ettore took it upon himself to control the sale of the car such that only prominent individuals were allowed to buy the car. Wait a minute, this is not everything. Later in the video, we will show you how it all ended with Ettore Bugatti. The success of Bugatti Royale granted Ettore unprecedented prominence. Unfortunately, America plunged into the Great Depression 3 years after Bugatti Royale was created. The spiraling economy took a toll on the thriving sale of Bugatti Royale, almost bankrupting the company. In the 1930s, Ettore was contacted by the French government to manufacture rail cars for them. Knowing his company could go bankrupt, Ettore jumped on the offer and designed 80 Bugatti rail cars. His collaboration with the French government was a torch in the right direction for Bugatti, as it helped resuscitate his dwindling company. While still struggling with how to steady his company completely, workers at the Molsheim plant requested a raise in their wages. Unable to decline, Ettore gave in to their demands. His son's talent came in handy for Ettore. Jean was an excellent engineer, just like his father, and Ettore allowed him to take charge of the Bugatti plant. Due to Jean's impeccable skills, new models of Bugatti were designed. The models include the majestic Royale, famous Atlantic, and the Type 57G, which would later win 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1937 and 1939, respectively. Everything was going great for the father and son. Then, in 1939, Jean decided to go on a road test in a Type 57G. While on the road, a cyclist came out of nowhere. In an attempt to maneuver the situation, he skidded off the road and crashed into a tree and died on the spot. Ettore was devastated upon hearing about the tragic death of Jean. Weeks later, the German army took over the Bugatti plant. Although Ettore had evacuated some of the machines from his plant before the invasion, it didn't matter because he was in debt. He later sold the company to the German army for a ridiculous price while he fled to Paris. Things got worse when his wife passed away in 1944, and every attempt to take back his company was futile. His health began to relapse as he suffered a stroke and lung disease. It wasn't long after that when his company was returned to him, but sadly, it was already too late, as Ettore died exactly 10 days later. His surviving family member could not run the company, which was eventually shut down. However, in the 1980s, an Italian, Romani Artioli, bought the defunct company, revamping it back to glory. From then on, Bugatti has made outstanding designs such as the Bugatti EB110, Bugatti Veyron, and Bugatti Chiron, amongst others. To this day, Bugatti still stands as one of the sleekest luxury fast cars in the world. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for similar videos.